The third chapter of NCERT is current electricity. So first we take electric current. The rate of flow of charge through any cross section of a conductor is called electric current. The relation is I is equal to Q upon T. Q is the charge and T is the time. So the unit of Q is Coulomb and that of time is second. So its unit is Coulomb per second or ampere. Now the definition of 1 ampere. The definition of 1 ampere is the 1 ampere current is produced in a conductor if 1 coulomb of charge flow in 1 second. So 1 ampere is the current produced in the conductor when 1 coulomb of charge flew through the cross section in 1 second. So it is the definition of 1 ampere. If Q is equal to 1 coulomb and T is equal to 1 second, then I is equal to 1 ampere. So 1 ampere is the current produced in the conductor when a charge of 1 coulomb flew through a cross section in 1 second. Now the current may be steady or varying current. So the second topic is steady and varying current. So when the rate of flow of charge through any cross section does not change with time, the current is said to be steady current. So rate of flow of charge through any conductor does not change with time. The rate of flow of charge does not change with time. The current is said to be steady current. Now the steady current will be same through each cross section. The important thing is it is same through each cross section. Irrespective of its area of cross section. So steady current will be same through each cross section of the conductor irrespective of its area of cross section. Area of cross section different हो भी सकता है, उस पर steady current सभी cross section पर same रहेगी. In case of varying current, the second thing is in case of varying current, if dq charge flow in dt time, then the relation will be I equal to dq upon dt. So here the graph shown for steady and this varying current. So here is a graph between current and time. So the graph A, this is the graph A, and this graph, for this graph time is changing but current is not changing, current is same. So this is the graph of steady current. Now the B graph and this C graph, and B and C graph shows that the time is changing and the current is also changing. Current is not same for every time. So these two graphs A and C are for varying current. ये दोनों ग्राफ वेरिंग करंट के लिए हैं. Now the important thing is direction of electric current. In electric current, the electric current may be due to the flow of both positive and negative charges. So means the flow of charge. So charge may be positive and negative. Now one by one we consider. In metal, it is due to negatively charged electrons, while in case of electrolyte it is due to both positive and negative ions. In gases, it is due to positive ions and electrons. In semiconductors, it is due to electrons and holes. Now, by convention, the direction of current is taken along the direction of flow of positive charges. Here we are considering convention, because the current is due to the flow of free electrons, rate of flow of charge, and the charge here, the electron is flowing, but by convention we take the direction of flow of positive charge. जिस डायरेक्शन में पॉजिटिव चार्ज फ्लो करेगा, मतलब अपोजिट टू द फ्लो ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, we will take the direction of current. So electric current, the important thing, it is a scalar quantity. Electric current is a scalar quantity. Now another quantity is current density. Another quantity is current density, and it is represented by J, and it is a vector quantity. Current density is a vector quantity. So its magnitude at any point, the magnitude at any point is equal to the current flowing per unit small area around that point, and its direction is along the direction of flow of current. So the magnitude at any point is equal to the current flowing per unit small area around that point, and its direction is along the direction of flow of current. So if I is the current flowing, through a area A, and that is normal to the electric current, in this case the relation J is equal to I upon A. Current density J equal to I upon A. If A is not perpendicular, the second case, if A is not perpendicular to the direction of I, but make an angle theta with normal. So the diagram is shown. This angle theta is between area A and electric current. Suppose the normal component of this AN, here is the AN is a area which is normal to the electric current. AN is normal to electric current. So the component of A perpendicular to I, that is AN. So AN is equal to A cos theta. So J, in this case, J is equal to I upon AN. AN means a area normal to electric current. So AN is A cos theta. So J equal to I upon A cos theta, or I equal to, by cross multiplication, I equal to JA cos theta. So this can be written as dot product. So I is equal to J dot A. The current density is a characteristic property of a point and not that of whole conductor. Current density is the characteristic property of a point, not that of the whole conductor, and its unit will be ampere per meter square. The unit of J is, because J is equal to I upon A, so it is ampere per meter square, and it is a vector quantity. Now we come to the next topic, that is drift velocity. So all metallic solids are good conductor of electricity, and the conduction in these metallic conductors are due to flow of free electrons. In case of conductors, metallic solids, the conduction is due to the flow of free electron. At room temperature, the velocity of free electrons is of the order of 10 to the power 5 meter per second. But this velocity is randomly distributed. in all possible direction. So there is no net motion in any particular direction. If we write B average will be the vector sum of all the velocities b1 vector plus b2 vector plus b3 and so on bn divided by total number of electrons n, and the sum comes out to be 0. Means average velocity is 0. Means there is no net motion in any particular direction. Here a conductor is shown of length L, and across its end a potential difference B is applied. So what happens? So applied electric field imparts acceleration. It imparts acceleration to the free electron between the two successive collisions. But it cannot impart any net acceleration to the electron, because electron collides with ions of metal and lose their energy continuously. So the speed of electron does not increase continuously. It is the important thing. The speed of the electron does not increase continuously, but electron gains a constant average velocity superimposed on the thermal velocity between two successive collisions. This constant average velocity is called drift velocity. Now we will find the expression for it. The average velocity attained. Now the definition comes. The average velocity attained by the electrons when a potential difference is applied across a conductor is called drift velocity. Now we will find the relation for drift velocity. So here a conductor is shown, and whose cross section or end is x, y. Along xy a potential difference B is applied. Due to this potential difference, an electric field E is established. So as we know, when electric field is established, electron experience a force. So the force experienced by the electron is equal to minus EE. So minus sign shows that the direction of F is opposite to the direction of E. So whenever we apply a force, then according to Newton's second law, the acceleration is equal to F upon m. It is minus EE upon m. This is the acceleration. And this acceleration remains constant for a very short duration. This acceleration remains constant for a very short duration, called relaxation time, and it is represented by tau. This relaxation time is represented by tau. This is a very small duration for which acceleration remains constant, because there is a collision between the electron themselves and with the ions, positive ions at the crystal lattice. If we consider the average motion of the electron, considering the average motion of the electron, of an electron, then its initial velocity is 0. So the velocity of the electron after time t, that is drift velocity, is given by the relation. So if we consider a relation, B is equal to U plus AT. So if we consider the average motion, then initial velocity is 0 and the final velocity after time t is bd, that is drift velocity, and a is the acceleration. So by putting these values we get bd is equal to 0 plus a and t is tau. Here time is tau, that is a very short duration for which there is acceleration. So bd is equal to, now substituting the value of a, minus e upon m tau. So this is the relation for drift velocity. bd is equal to minus e, capital E vector by m tau. So minus sign here, minus sign shows that the direction of bd vector is opposite to the direction of E vector. Means drift velocity will be opposite to the direction of electric field. Numerically, bd is equal to e tau by m. So this is numerically we can write e tau by m. Since E, electric field, is equal to potential difference by L. So if we put this E equal to B by L, this relation becomes BD is equal to E tau by M, and in place of this E we can write capital B by L. So B is the potential difference and L is the length of the conductor. So this is the relation for drift velocity. So here the drift velocity depends upon tau, effect of temperature on drift velocity. So as temperature increases, effect of temperature on drift velocity. So as the temperature increases, in case of metallic conductor, as the temperature increases, the thermal speed of the electrons increases. टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज होने से क्या होगा, थर्मल स्पीड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की बढ़ जाएगी. देन this causes the increase in number of collision of electron with ions of lattice and hence decrease in relaxation time. So effect of temperature increase होने से relaxation time decrease होगा. With increase of temperature, tau decreases. So tau decreases means BD decreases. That is BD decreases with rise in temperature. टेम्परेचर बढ़ने से ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी डिक्रीज होगी. सो दिस इज द रिलेशन फॉर ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी. BD is equal to E tau by M B by L, and the effect of temperature, as the temperature increases, tau decreases, and BD proportional to tau, so BD also decreases. Now the relation of drift velocity and mobility with electric current. Here is a conductor shown. XY is a conductor of length L. When a potential difference B is applied across its end XY, the electric field is established, and then the electron drift with the velocity BD. So E equal to B by L. Electric field, the relation between E and B, it is equal to E equal to B by L. Due to this electric field, the electron gains a drift velocity BD opposite to the direction of electric field E if Q be the charge passing through the cross section of wire in t second. If Q is the charge passing through the cross section X and Y in t second, then Q is equal, then this I equal to I equal to Q upon T. So Q is the charge flowing between the cross section X and Y in time T. And this, if the electron traversed between X and Y, so the distance traversed between Y and X in time T with that velocity BD. Now this L is equal to speed, then it is velocity into time. So this is BDT. So L equal to BDT. A is the area of cross section. So the volume of the conductor, volume is equal to A into L, that is BDTA. This is volume. If we consider N, small n, that is number of free electrons per unit volume. Number of free electrons per unit volume. So the total electron N, that is represented by N. So N equal to N into volume, N A B D T. So these are the total number of electron in the conductor. So the total charge Q, the charge on one electron is minus E. So total charge is minus E into N, that is minus N E A B D T. So this is the charge Q that is flowing between Y and X in time T. So I equal to Q upon T, as we have written earlier. Putting the value minus NEA BDT divided by T is cancelled out. So it is minus NEA BD. So it is the electric current, the formula for electric current. Numerically, I is equal to NEA BD. Here minus sign shows that the direction of electric current is opposite to BD. Now the current density J. So J, if we want to write J, current density J equal to I upon A. So I is NEA BD divided by A is cancelled out. So it is NEBD. This is current density, NEBD. So in place of mobility, here I will write current density. So these are the relation, one for I equal to NEABD and this is for J. Now the next topic or the last topic of today's video is mobility. So mobility of a charge carrier is defined as the ratio of magnitude of drift velocity and electric field. It is the ratio of drift velocity and electric field. So the charge carrier. So as we have seen, the charge carrier in metal, the charge carrier are negatively charged electron. In electrolytes, the charge carrier may be positive and negative ion. In gases, the charge carrier are positive ions and electron. In semiconductor, the charge carriers are electron and holes. So the drift velocity and E, the ratio of these two, it is represented by mu. So mu is equal to BD by E. This is the formula for mobility. Mobility is always a positive quantity and depend on the nature of charge carrier. It is always a positive quantity. For electron, if we write a subscript mu e, mu is equal to BD upon E, and BD, as we have seen, the relation is E tau upon m and divided by E. E is cancelled out, so it is E tau E by m. So mobility of electron is independent of electric field. In this formula there is no electric field, and decreases, this mobility decreases with increase of temperature. Now in metal, I is equal to minus the current, I is equal to NEABD. Electric current in metal, as relation is NEABD. So BD is E tau by m. So in metal, I we can write NEABD. So here minus NEABD is EE tau by m. BD is EE tau by m. So in place of suppose now in case of semiconductor, the current is due to electron and hole both. So for holes we will write mu h. So mu h is equal to similarly E tau h by m. Here m in this formula, this is mass of electron and here mass of hole. The mobility is independent of electric field. So if we write the current density J for a semiconductor, in case of semiconductor, this will be due to electron and holes. In semiconductors, J is equal to JE plus JH. If we want to write this, अगर हम लिखना चाहें तो इस तरह से हम इसको लिख सकते हैं. So in different form we can write this formula. So this is mobility. Now these topics today we cover. Thank you.